Hello, my friends. I wanted to make a comment on the election and what's going on with the candidates and whatnot. I mean, I think it's an embarrassment for the United States to have openly racist, bigoted, completely incompetent when it comes to world affairs and foreign policy and domestic policy and all of that. A completely incompetent candidate for the Republican Party, being Donald Trump, being up front. But it reveals what this country really, the real problem with this country is that it's about half of it is proudly ignorant and arrogant, and they don't care. That's what's going on with Republican politics, and a lot of people, a lot of closeted racist people and arrogant people, the so-called American exceptionalism, that the rules don't apply to them and stuff like that. But then it's the other half that good people that are intelligent, that want a better future for their children and their country. As far as the other nominees for the Republicans, Ted Cruz I think he's a nasty person, and so a lot of people think that I don't think he's going to win, and he's another go figure, or another racist person who's the descendant of Cuban refugees, fleeing a totalitarian dictatorship like Fidel Castro's, and I don't think he's going to win. He doesn't have a chance. And Marco Rubio, he also, to me, he's also incompetent. He doesn't. People think that because he's a Cuban and he has the support of the Latino community, and nothing could be further from the truth. I'm Puerto Rican, and I don't support any of the candidates, let alone any of the candidates of the Republican Party, but let alone Marco Rubio. He went to he voted against the against the bailout, or not the bailout, the application of federal bankruptcy law for Puerto Rico, even though we're citizens. So he denied Puerto Ricans their right of a federal bankruptcy like the rest of the citizens, and then had the nerve to go to Puerto Rico and go panhandle for money for his campaign. And not only that, this guy has done nothing. He's a bum. Even people in his own district, and his people that pay him to work in Miami, that they call him, he's a bum. He's a lazy person. He hasn't done anything for them down there, and he's also obstructed a bunch of stuff, like the rest of the Republican Party. Anything that the Obama administration has done, they have attacked. So and now they don't want to confirm any nominee. So I mean, personally, I think the whole Republican candidate field it's a nothing but a dump. It's trash, absolute trash. On the other side, that's Hillary Clinton, and there's Bernie Sanders. The strength that Hillary has is that she has a lot of experience, and in the international and domestic politics, and has done a lot of work with. She was the wife of the president, so she knows how a lot of things work, and she's been a politician for a long time. She's been an advocate for women, and also has worked with causes outside of the United States through the Clinton foundations. Her weaknesses are that she's hated by the Republican side, and they've been attacking her with this Benghazi bullshit. Even though there's really nothing in their hypocrisy, is that they took funding the Republicans from foreign embassies to give. They cut everybody else because they need to save money, because the country's going to hell if they don't save money. But they give all the tax breaks, all the money they give it to wars and to super rich. There's always money for wars if the Republicans are in control, or for the millionaire buddies. So I think she has that's, I think, her liability. And there are people who don't want any more establishment candidates up there. However, there are those who she has that support her because she's a woman, a strong woman, and she would have the vote of the women in the country. A lot of the women in the country, even some Republicans that I've spoken to, because the Republicans are notoriously misogynist. They're anti-women and all this stuff. The ones that are in power right now, the Kasich just made some stupid comments about women being in the kitchen, and then Donald Trump says that they're disgusting because they menstruate. That's what he meant, or they pee. Imagine that. Those people are disgusting. But Bernie Sanders, he actually, I think, has a shot to win the nomination. I would vote for him because of his progressive ideas, as far as helping people, empowering people to, the students, give them free education, instituting a Medicare for all system, which would actually save a bunch of money if you get rid of all this greedy ass fucking insurance companies. For every $1 billion that you invest in healthcare, you get way more way more jobs than any other industry, education and all that stuff. So I think he's got a good plan. His weakness is that there's been, again, the proudful ignorance in this country of thinking that a social democrat equals a communist regime. It's just the stupidest thing. A lot of countries in Europe are social democracies. They have social democrat parties. They've had them in power. They've done very well. And I think personally the best thing that could ever happen to this country would be to have a social democrat as a president. It would gain a lot of respect internationally, and it would actually improve its educational standing in the planet. So, and Bernie has always been at the forefront of civil rights since he was a young activist. So, and he has the vote of the young people. So, which they're coming out strong for Bernie, supporting him. I personally, I think I'm going to give him my vote. But if he doesn't get the nomination, I would definitely vote for Hillary. I wouldn't come anywhere near any Republican candidate that they have out there. I think it's disgraceful. Their positions on everything from the environment, from women's rights, from their constant warmongering, to the destruction of the middle class that their hero Ronald Reagan is the one who's responsible for that. And they're still destroying the middle class to their racist, absolutely openly racist agenda. I mean, you know, I mean, they have KKK fucking hooded terrorists in their fucking rallies, and they kick people out if they say anything that's, you know, just for filming and shit. You know, it's just a disgrace. So, you know, there's the current situation of the world's most powerful nation. You know, so hopefully in 20-30 years it will be something else. But right now, this country is showing its weaknesses, and it's an embarrassment, an indictment on the current situation and on the moral dysfunction in this country, and the moral dysfunction coming from so-called Christians, white Christian people in this country. You know, go figure. It's always come from there. Yeah, thank you.